Hey guys, I hope you're having a great week. I had a few people message me with some ideas of additional information they'd like to see in the group. So before I even get started, if there are topics or information that you wish that we would present to you or share in the group, if there's topics that you'd like to learn more about, just let us know. Again, this is your group, so we want to make sure that you guys are getting as much information as you possibly can. So I'm going to continue to, jump in here throughout the next couple of weeks and share with you about some of the fitness programs that are out there. But I did have quite a few of you asking about Shakeology. So before I even start, just like anything else with this group, anything that you guys talk to Kara or I about, we're not here to sell you a thing. I don't want to sell you anything. I'm not here to sell you a dream. I'm not here to sell you products. We are just here to provide you information. So for those of you who have asked for information about Shakeology, here it is. Let me first start also by saying that Shakeology there's a lot of misconceptions about what Shakeology is. Shakeology is not a weight loss shake. Okay, it is not even advertised that way. Just like it is not a protein shake. It's not advertised that way. Could it help with weight loss, or what I like to say is fat loss? Yes. Does it have a significant amount of protein in it? Yes. Those are added bonuses, though, to what Shakeology really is. So this is the 30-day supply. It comes in a big pouch like this. This is the cafe latte, which is my personal favorite. I have a rotation of every other month I get the cafe latte or the chocolate. Those are my two favorites. There are actually 7 flavors, which we'll talk about later when I start talking about cost. But what I really want to stress to you guys in this video is not cost, is not flavors, is not how good it tastes, is really why it is so beneficial to your health journey. I started this, I didn't really know what I was getting myself into. My coach now had been talking to me about this for quite some time. I think probably like 5 or 6 months before I even said, okay, I'll try it. And up until within the last month, I don't want to say I wasn't a believer in it, because I absolutely was, but I've become more a believer in the last month, and I'll talk about that a little bit. But first, let's talk about what Shakeology is, what it does for your system. And I made some notes here because, again, I'm not like a dietitian. I am not a doctor, obviously, so I had to make some notes so that way I'm not like stuttering all over, the benefits and what it really does for your system. So Shakeology is a support for your digestive system and your circulatory system. I am not going to get into the anatomy of how those things work. If you want more information about that, I will gladly provide you with it. But I'm trying to keep this video somewhat short and sweet. I know I tend to get a little long-winded. So Shakeology is for your digestive system and your circulatory system. It is our daily dose of dense nutrition. What does that even mean? That means that in each serving of Shakeology, you are getting the nutrients, vitamins, minerals, probiotics, prebiotics, and the digestive enzymes that you need for the entire day. If you've been in our groups before or have even had a conversation with me about nutrition, I am starting to learn more and more about nutrition, and I could go on my soapbox about the food industry and how we've been tricked and how they don't have to follow strict enough guidelines in order to be straightforward and be really transparent about what we're buying and what we're putting into our system. So there is a lot of food out there labeled as being natural or organic or healthy when it truly isn't. There's hidden ingredients, hidden chemicals, the two main hidden ingredients that you will find, especially, and I think you probably have started to notice this if you've started reading labels, is sodium and sugar. Those two ingredients are in everything. Sugar, I'm like floored by how many products out there and food, things you wouldn't even think have sugar in them, have sugar in them. So, and without, again, getting into the anatomy of that, but sugar is basically what's going to, excess sugar, that is, our bodies can't produce it, they can't break it down, that's what turns into fat. Okay, so with that also, there's a lot of things environmentally that our food just does not have the same nutrients that it used to. Our soil is different. There are, things in the air, things in the environment that just aren't providing as much nutrients in our food as it used to. So when, if you were eating a salad now versus eating a salad 100 years ago, you would be getting way more benefit out of that salad 100 years ago than you would right now. Again, not going to get into all the environment things that go along with it, but it's no secret that our world and our environment has changed. So with the food industry, I don't want to say that they have been permitted to lie, but like I said, the rules are not strict for them, so they've been able to mislead us. And a lot of our foods are heavily processed, lots of dyes in them, and just aren't naturally occurring. And sometimes they can label them as natural when they aren't. Sodium, sugar, we've already talked about that. But because it's so heavily processed and our bodies have to work through all of these chemicals, it's like our bodies are digging through everything we put into our bodies. They're digging through and searching and searching and searching for the nutrients that is supposed to be coming from our food. But in order to even find the nutrients, our bodies have to work so hard to break down the chemicals and break down all the extra sugar and sodium and dyes and all the weird things that are in our food before it can even get to the nutrients, which then in turn means our bodies are nutrient deprived. That is where Shakeology comes in. So I mentioned already, it's not a protein shake, it's not a weight loss shake, it is our daily dose of dense nutrition. Okay, it is providing us and helping us balance the nutrition that we are lacking in our food that we're taking in every day. Even the healthy stuff, like I said, is not as nutrient dense as it once was. So, the weight loss, inches lost, fat loss, the added protein, those are just added bonuses to what Shakeology really does for our system. And my computer's about to die, so you guys are going to go on a little trip with me real quick while I'm recording and talking to you. I need to plug in. Just to tell you a little bit too about my story with Shakeology. As I mentioned, I got started with this, back in February, didn't even really know what I was getting myself into, was just really desperate. I had tried just about everything. I tried all those weird diets. I tried cutting my calories to almost nothing. I also, I tried wraps, the body wraps, and I'm not here to bash any products or anything like that, but I just want you guys to know that I really was a person who tried just about anything. Hold on, plug in here. So nothing was really working for me, and my coach reached out to me several times and was like, "Hey, I think you would like this. I think this could be really good for you. I see some of the things you're posting, so on and so forth." And I was like, "Get out of here. Like, I am not buying anything from you. I don't know, I don't even really know you. I know you but don't know you, and I am so just jaded by everything that I've already tried and spent money on that I'm not going to do this." Well, then circumstances kind of changed a little bit. I I lost my job. Didn't have a gym membership anymore, and I was like, oh my God, like, what am I going to do? So even though it was a financial commitment, I knew for me, at this point, it was more about the fitness level. I knew that I still needed to work out. If I don't work out, I become a crazy mental person. So I took a leap of faith, purchased a challenge pack, and got Shakeology along with it. I am also incredibly snobby when it comes to food. If something doesn't look right, if something doesn't smell right, if I'm not sure what's in it, I don't want to try it. I don't want to look at it. I don't want to smell it. That's just who I am. So I was really, really nervous about the shakes until I tried them. They're really, really good. Um, Surprisingly, very good. So as far as taste goes, um, before I kind of started on this journey with Beachbody, like I said, I tried all these different things. I was feeling really bloated. I just felt sick all the time, kind of sluggish. I had gone to the doctor to have my thyroid tested. I told you I'd cut back calories. I tried crazy diets. I just was to the point where I thought, maybe this is just how I'm supposed to feel and how I'm supposed to feel about my body and just deal with it. Maybe I need to fix my brain, not my body. Turns out I needed to fix both, but I was just not feeling 100%. I didn't feel like I had a lot of energy. I felt really bloated, really sluggish. I was sick almost after everything and anything I ate. I actually was, a couple years ago, I had my thyroid tested. Everything came back fine, which was good news, except that I still felt like crap. And then I really started to think that maybe I had like food sensitivities or allergies or IBS, or just, I was just coming up with all these things that it possibly could be. Thank you, WebMD. Don't WebMD your symptoms. But I just was not feeling good. So jumped on this journey, started with hammer and chisel, was feeling really good about the workouts. About 30 days in, I was like, I'm kind of feeling pretty good. Just kept going with it. I can personally say that Shakeology has 100% jump-started my nutrition. I still have to watch what I eat. I still have to focus on that 80-20 lifestyle. I still have to work out. It is not a miracle worker, but it gave me the jump start that I needed to just feel better. I felt less bloated. I started seeing results, which, me being the skeptic that I am, I was like, oh, well, it's because of my diet. Oh, it's because of the workouts. So now that was in, you figure February, March, April. Fast forward now to the beginning of August. Was 100% a believer in Shakeology, 100% a believer in the fitness programs. But what I did not realize is that I had to go 10 days without Shakeology. That was recommended. I had to get some blood work done. It was recommended by my dermatologist, who did not understand what Shakeology was, but I, did what the doctor told me to do, and then took Shakeology to my family doctor, who then was like, you do not have to stop drinking that. Keep drinking that. So, but for those 10 days that I had to fast from Shakeology, I was like, it'll be fine. It's not that big of a deal. I felt like absolute crap for 10 days. I'd say 7 days. It took it about 3 days before I was like, why do I feel like so sluggish? Why am I eating like every cookie and having these crazy sweet cravings? What is going on? Why do I feel so bloated? Why do I feel so disgusting again? And then I realized I hadn't had my Shakeology for 10 days. And it wasn't until that point that I became a 150% believer in what Shakeology has done for my body, and for the way that I feel. I would hear people say things like, oh, I have so much more energy now that I drink Shakeology, and I don't have cravings and this and that. I thought, okay, I haven't really seen those effects. Go 10 days without it after drinking it every day for 7 months, and yes, 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 yes. It does and will do those things for you. I guess I should say disclaimer. Again, it's up to you. You have to still eat right, work out, and drink your Shakeology. It's not one of those. It's a combination of the three things. So, the other thing that, and I'm sorry, I know this is getting probably a little bit long, but there's just so much information out there, and I want to make sure you guys know like my personal story with it too. Kara has a great story as well with Shakeology. I know she has seen some real medical benefits from it, and I don't want to misspeak. I can't remember if it was blood pressure or indigestion. It was something along those lines. And I'm sure that she'll share her information and kind of her story with all of us too. But she had some really great medical improvements once she started drinking Shakeology. So let's talk cost a little bit. I know that it is a financial commitment. Remember when I signed up to get my first challenge pack with Beachbody, I had just lost my job. My unemployment hadn't even kicked in yet. I had no idea where my next paycheck was coming from or when it was coming. But I was desperate. Desperate, desperate, desperate. And I thought, this is the last straw. This is the last thing I'm spending my money on. Well, it is the last thing I'm spending my money on. I plan to, yes, drink it for the rest of my life because it just has been so good for me and so good to me. So Shakeology, there's lots of different options when purchasing Shakeology if you are to that point or if it's something you are considering. If you purchase Shakeology with in a challenge pack, so that's 30 days of Shakeology and an entire fitness program, that's really your best deal. That's called a challenge pack. They vary on price depending on which fitness program you pick. Usually about $140, maybe $160. Shakeology by itself is $130. So if you are considering purchasing Shakeology, I strongly, strongly suggest doing it as a challenge pack because it's basically like getting the fitness program for $10 then. The fitness program that by itself might cost you anywhere between $40 and $75, you're getting for $10 with Shakeology. That's really your best bet. Another option is if you don't want to do a fitness program, you can purchase Shakeology by itself for $130, or if you sign up for Shakeology HD, which is an auto ship every month, it takes a whole bunch of the shipping fees off, and I think it comes down to like $120. The other option is to sign up as a coach. Now, I know what you're thinking. I do not want to coach Amy. I do not want to do what you and Kara are doing. Heck no, I don't have time for that. That's okay. You don't have to have time for it. I'm unemployed, so I have time for it. But when I first signed up, I signed up strictly for the discounts. As a coach, you get 25% off all of your purchases, fitness programs, swag, Shakeology, whatever. You get 25% off all of your purchases, and you can also earn 25% for any referrals. So let's say you start drinking Shakeology, your spouse is like, hey, I want to get some too. You just refer them, you have them order from your site because you're automatically set up from a site, and now you're getting money, you're getting commission for that purchase. So as a coach, Shakeology is only $99 a month. Now I know, again, that can be a commitment. It breaks down to be like $4 a shake. So I want you to get real with yourself and gut check yourself and think about how many times do you go through a drive-through and get the venti. I don't drink coffee, so I shouldn't even pretend I know like what's at Starbucks, but you get the super sized freaking coffee, which I know is not cheap. You go to Tim Hortons, you go and grab a teeny tiny salad or something from wherever. That salad I know is costing you more than $5. So I want you to think about some of those things, okay? I know that money is tight and it is tight for everybody, just like time. But if this is something that you want to see an improvement on, we talk about commitment. You have to have a commitment to yourself. There is no way, as someone who was unemployed, I thought that I would drink Shakeology for 1 month and be like, that tastes like crap. I'm not drinking it. It didn't do anything for me. I've made it work. I'm not, and I'm not trying to, I don't want to compare you guys to me or whatever. Everybody's different, but I just want you to understand that if I can make it work unemployed, you can make it work too. There are options as a discount coach. Let's say you refer 3 people to Shakeology or fitness program or whatever. You basically will get your Shakeology for free. I haven't paid for my Shakeology in I don't even know, a few months. Probably out of the last 9 months, I'd say that probably 3 of those months I didn't even have to pay for it. And some of the programs and stuff I've purchased, I didn't pay for it either, because I've been able to refer people and benefit from those referrals. Okay? I'm just keeping it real. This is not a sales pitch. This isn't about, trying to get people to do this or do that. This is just information that if you are really wanting to try Shakeology and aren't sure about the financial commitment, those are your 3 financial options. You can sign up as a discount coach, you can purchase it with a challenge pack, or you can sign up for Shakeology HD, or you can do a one-time order, which I don't know why you do a one-time order, because now you're just paying extra shipping when you really don't have to. So that's all the information about cost. There are 7 flavors. There's vegan options. I've personally never had the vegan options, or the vegan flavors, but I hear that they're very good. There's lots and lots of recipes out there to really jazz them up. I'm very, very basic. I'm a basic bee, right? So I just use almond milk, ice. I don't even blend it because I'm too lazy to take care of the blender every day. But I know that this probably went a little longer than I anticipated and probably than what you anticipated. I think we're like 20 minutes in here, so I'm gonna cut it here. But if you have questions, concerns, want more information, hit up Kara or I. Drop your comments below. If you are someone who is currently drinking Shakeology, new to Shakeology, been drinking it for a while, just, if you don't mind, share some of your feedback about the product, about the meal replacement shake. Like I always say, it's better for you guys to hear from each other than always hearing from Kara or I. So I hope you guys are enjoying your week. I hope that you find the information valuable. Like I said, if you have any questions, just let us know, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks.